In the post-apocalyptic world of Panem, impoverished Katniss Everdeen takes her sister's place in the annual Hunger Games, a fight to the death amongst the 12 districts of Panem for the amusement of the affluent capital. Her fight to survive and overcome the social injustice of Panem holds many significant sociological conventions for the impressionable youth that this film is intended for.
Evidence of social reproduction theory is evident in the structure of the post-apocalyptic world that Katniss describes for the viewer. The children of Panem are educated, but simply in preparation to work in the trade that represents each district. They are the future generation that will replace their parents, and loyalty to the capital is ingrained from birth. Those who live in the more prosperous districts are bred to win the Hunger Games, seeing it as an honor, whereas the less wealthy districts feel like their children are being sacrificed. However, no matter where a child is born in Panem, they are raised with the belief that there was a terrible war and that all districts are indebted to the capital for maintaining peace, thus why they must all participate in the deadly competition.
Evidence of Emile Durkheim's theory of structural functionalism can be observed throughout the film, most notably through the opposition of social mobility. In order for the society of Panem to function the way it does, the districts are each assigned a dominant trait, and this is all they are ever expected to know. The district or class that you are born into is the district that you will always stay in. This perspective is required to keep society stable. Katniss disrupts this equilibrium through her various rebellious actions throughout the movie. This inspires the citizens of Panem to rise up and break free of this oppression of social mobility, where the residents in the capital are thriving while other districts are just getting by with no chance for a brighter future.
Weber's concept of bureaucracy is visible in the Hunger Games as the districts are ranked from numbers 1 to 12, 1 being the wealthiest who produce luxury items for the capital, and 12 being the poorest and responsible for coal mining. This structure reinforces Weber's idea of bureaucracy, as each district produces a particular good and is organized into a hierarchy according to what they do and how useful they are to the capital. The wealthiest of the districts provide luxury items, make weapons, and are responsible for technology, whereas the poorest are concerned with livestock, agriculture, and coal production. The notion that society is organized or divided by these distinctions, and people are valued according to which district they come from, is a prime example of Weber's idea of bureaucracy. In short, the better the product, the more money that a district makes, and the more authority and advantage that they have. Another component of bureaucracy, according to Weber, refers to the hierarchy of authority and how it is achieved. As mentioned, the districts are valued for their products and therefore for how wealthy they are. The lower numbered districts are valued and have more authority than the higher numbered districts because they are wealthier. The capital has the ultimate authority over all of the districts because it is the wealthiest and thus establishes all the rules and standards of the society.
The concept of cultural capitalism, as articulated by Pierre Bourdieu, is commonly seen throughout the movie Hunger Games. This is evident as the capital is seen dictating how to behave, how to look, as well as the expectations in their culture. It was clear that the capital had high cultural capital, as no other districts could even come close to attaining that level of power and prestige. Hierarchies were also found within each of the 13 districts. This concept is portrayed throughout District 12 in regards to food products. Those who held large quantities of food in this district, for example Peeta, as his family ran a bakery, had more cultural capital than those who did not. They had plenty to eat while others in the district remained starving. The idea of cultural capitalism is also prevalent when Haymitch tells Katniss and Peeta how to behave and act in order to gain sponsors and advantages in the games. By knowing how to play the game and play the people, Katniss and Peeta gain cultural capital. While watching the movie, it is quite apparent who runs the show and holds the most power. This individual is known as the Games Master, who has the ultimate control over what happens in the games. If things get boring, he has the ability to introduce new challenges and obstacles, such as when Katniss was too close to the edge of the arena and he sent down fireballs. Another interesting concept to consider would be that those who held the most cultural capital were always presented with extravagant images and appearances. It seems that this image as well as cultural capital go hand in hand together throughout the movie.
Created using Powtoon.